I've not felt like doing anything. So I have some video, just a short walk I took with my niece and nephew and a friend of ours on Martin Luther King Day. He didn't work because he works at a school and they didn't have school, so yeah, there you go. So what's been going on? Well, weight update. Went down a pound and then I went up a pound. Well, actually, went down a pound and went up 2 pounds. So I'm up a pound from what I was at the first. So not the direction I want to go, but it's been cold. Today's actually a decent day. Sorry, my nose is running. Today's a decent day. It's like almost 50 degrees out. It feels colder, but that's just how it is, and that's okay. But there were days where our lows were in the 20s and it felt colder. And I'm sure there's going to be some people that's like, well, it's colder where I live. I don't live where you live for a reason. I do not like that much cold. It's like, that's too cold. That's like, damn, dude. I don't want to be freezing my ass off constantly. It's like, it was bad enough. It's like our highs were barely 40 degrees. And it was just like, ugh. And it did snow one day here. So, yeah, that much cold? Oh, God, no. But our lows are a little bit up from that, into the 30s and 40s. So you can actually almost get warm at some point in the day where you're not just completely frigid all day long, or feel that way anyway, because that was crap. But I'm doing a short walk. My dad has a doctor's appointment, and I thought I would update on what's going on. So, did the weight, did the cold. Another reason I don't do well in the cold, I don't want to cook. I just want to bundle up and not do anything except eat. And so it was very hard to want to cook and watch what you're eating. So there was quite a bit of takeout because I'm just like, oh. So there was that. One of the things I did learn as I've been playing with recipes and with some of the things I make, I'm learning I do go carb heavy on some of my meals, especially the casseroles, and this is that time of year. And so I'm adjusting those now to where I add, when it comes to the pasta or whatever, it's usually pasta I add. I'm adding about the same number of cups of pasta as whatever the protein is. So that measurement is about equal. And because I made a beefaroni kind of thing. The kids like it, everybody likes it. I used a whole box of macaroni. Made like 2 dinners worth. There's 6 of us. 6! And we all ate a lot the first night. So, okay, so someone just went by. So yeah, I realized just how much food I make, how carb heavy it is, and I'm like, yeah, that's not acceptable. But I also learned from making that is we had some mushrooms left over because we made some homemade pizzas, and I was able to dice up the mushrooms really fine, throw it in with the ground beef, and I didn't notice it. I hate mushrooms, hate them, and I didn't notice them. So, and neither did the kids. Oh, sorry, I have one gloved hand and one not gloved hand, pulling a Michael Jackson. Anyway, that's how that went. And so I've been playing with like the recipes and looking, wow, this is an issue, this is a problem. And so are we getting enough protein? Are we eating too much because we're not getting enough protein, and protein's more satiating and all that blah 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 blah. Okay, so we're there. Also playing with soup recipes. Made my split pea soup, which I love, and it's basically just split peas, broth, and vegetables. I do love making that, and I do love eating it because I love split pea soup. It's like my favorite. I'm gonna be turning around here soon and going back. So there's that. But I was also making this one with red lentils, and when I perfect it, maybe I'll make it for you guys. But basically, I want something like a curry, lentil soup. And so it had vegetables in it. I used Yukon Gold potatoes, red lentils. Didn't have coconut milk, I had coconut cream, okay? And some broth or whatever. And a lot of curries are kind of sweet. This was not very sweet at all because I didn't want to add any sugar. So I was like, okay, what do I do? And so that's where trying a recipe, seeing what works, what doesn't work, and then tweaking it and trying new things. And so one of the things I did is I bought some sweet potatoes. I sort of roasted some up. They were still a little mushy. My brother doesn't care. He eats them anyway. He likes sweet potatoes. I don't really care for sweet potatoes. But I thought instead of Yukon Golds, putting a sweet potato in there, diced up, would add the sweetness to the curry, you know, the coconut and everything, because I used unsweetened coconut cream, but I'm not going to use coconut cream anymore. I want to use light coconut milk. And so I'm going to do light coconut milk, sweet potato. Those are 2 substitutions, along with red lentils, vegetables, and that, and see how that turns out, along with the curry spices, and see how that is. And I'm also have some ideas for like a Asian inspired soup, not like a hot and sour or anything like egg drop or anything like that, but like just like a kind of a vegetable soup, maybe one kind of a Mexican-y with the Mexican or Southwest, maybe some black beans in it. Sorry, I was going up a hill. Do that and kind of play with soups, because honest to God, I'd rather die than eat a salad right now, because it's cold outside and salad is cold. Cold and cold just equal cold. I don't want cold. I don't want to be cold. I want to be warm. I also found at the bargain market, it's an herbal tea, and it's I think it's sugar cookie. I like sugar plum, but it's sugar cookie. It's one of the holiday ones. It was $1.99 a box, so I bought 2. So drink some herbal teas maybe at night and get all warm and toasty, because like I said, tired of being cold, and I'm drinking too much coffee because, well, coffee's hot and I'm not. So anyway, so that's what I'm doing right now. I haven't really been tracking food. What I've been doing is playing with what I eat and the recipes I make and going from there. And so I will be doing a weigh-in in a couple days. Gotta take my car in tomorrow. So I will check back in later. All right? Bye. It is what is it called? Oh, it's on wheels. Oh, a pumpkin. Why is there a pumpkin?